Hello, ladies. Thank you so much for joining us. We're so excited to have you in here. Claire and I were just saying that we have never had so much engagement from a Peak group. And the caliber of people that we've got in here is really high. So we're just so excited to see which 5 of you per coach will be coming on board our team, which is Team Hustle and Heart. We're so excited to have you here. So today, we are just going to cover off our story, how we got into wellness influencing, and why it has become such a huge part of our lives. Before I kind of dig into that, I just wanted to cover off the fact that clearly I am here with Claire. Now, Claire lives in San Diego. I live in the UK, and I met Claire all through Wellness Influencing, which is amazing. And we've created this team together. So that in itself is just amazing, and it's amazing to be here. So Claire is going to start. So she's going to kick us off and talk to you about her story, and then I will cover my story off in a short while.
Yeah, so I just want to say too, obviously this whole group is about you guys becoming coaches on our teams, but we just both think it's important for you guys to know why we are coaches and why we started to do this and just what our backstory is with it. So personally for me, I only started coaching about 6 months ago, but prior to that, I was working in property management. I worked for an amazing company. I worked my way up the ladder into the corporate office, I was so proud of myself for that. And I was the youngest person in that office, and there were just so many incredible things I was accomplishing in life that I thought it's what I wanted. I was like, this is what I'm reaching for. This is the life I've always wanted. It's all coming true. But at the end of the day, I would get home and I would feel like, what's missing? Something's missing. Like, I feel like the life's being sucked out of me all day long. My company controls where I have to be. I can't travel because I can't leave because I have to be here for work. And so many things were restricting me from doing the things that I loved. And the biggest thing for me was feeling like I was not helping anyone with what I was doing. Like, I would go audit apartment communities, and it wasn't doing anything to help anyone or change anyone's life. So that's when I saw a post from my now mentor and coach, Mackenzie, and it probably looks similar to what you guys may have seen. It was a picture of a bunch of girls, and they looked so happy and just, they looked carefree and like they were just happy in life. And it said hiring, and I'm like, this is too good to be true, but I have to ask about this, you know? And I read the caption, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I qualify. Like, I'm gonna check this out. And I watched videos kind of like the ones we'll be doing in this group, and I still didn't fully understand what it all was, but I'm like, this is worth taking this risk, you know, like I have to do this. So I ended up signing up, and for me now, it has become something so much bigger than I ever could have expected. Like, I'm finding out things about myself through doing this by helping others. It's just insane what you can figure out. And what we do on this team is just help people. And in doing that, we go through our own transformations, which is just amazing. And I think that's pretty much it for me. So Izzy's going to tell you guys her story as well, which is very similar.
Yeah, so this is what I was just touching on earlier on, and I will go into my story, but I just want to explain kind of the power of social media. So Claire and I kind of have gelled really quite well. I didn't know Claire at all, obviously, until I started this coaching. And what we found out about each other is that we have had such a similar path into this, which I just think is kind of a sign you do attract your tribe, and that is absolutely true. So my background is also in property. So my background was a 10-year corporate property career in London. I headed up an office for Savills. I set that office up, and I was a director by the age of 30. So, you know, outside in, as Claire said, I pretty much kind of had it all. I had that dream job. I had a 6-figure salary. You know, it was all going great for me. Like, I was a shooting star within that company, and, you know, that was kind of my future. And then I had my son, who is now 2 and 4 months. And the corporate company was so inflexible with my hours that we had to have a full-time nanny. And I saw my son for half an hour every single day. And it absolutely broke my heart. And not only that, as Claire's touched on, you know, very similarly for me, I felt like, you know, I'd spent 10 years doing this career. I'd worked so hard. And I felt like I had no purpose. I didn't even feel like what I was doing was adding any value. And deep down, I realized that actually this was just a complete disconnect. It wasn't working with who I was, and that was that I wanted to help people. I mean, my sort of background is fitness, so like I was a gymnast and a hurdler, but you don't have to have a background of fitness. You just need to have a genuine desire to help people. And so I quit that career. I literally one day I had my son on my hip. It was late at night. I had a client complaining on the phone, and I thought, I can't do this anymore. I can't do this commute. And so I actually requalified as a personal trainer. And that was something that I had always wanted to do. And I'd kind of been held back by my parents from sort of doing what I really wanted to do. And so I thought that was going to be my thing. And so I do still personal train. For me, this is very much sort of a part-time. I do personal training as well. But what took me by surprise was that I came across this post, much like Claire was telling you, and much like you saw on my wall. And it was Mackenzie, who was also my coach, like Claire. And I thought, well, I'll just go into this thing and see what happens. And I thought, well, I'm just going to give it a go, because to be honest, the programs sound absolutely incredible. It's a remote platform of workout programs. I need to keep my fitness levels up because I'm a personal trainer and I can't get to the gym because my husband works really long hours. And so I thought, well, this is a great solution. And if I happen to like help a few girls along the way, then great. And my goodness, I had no idea how much this was going to have an impact on my life and how much this was going to become my main focus. Now, I love doing this so much more than personal training because I can influence and help so many more people. And when you help someone who doesn't even have the confidence to go to the gym, and you help them with their nutrition, and you help them put themselves first, which is women, we obviously a lot of the time, like as a mother, we don't put ourselves first. And actually in doing that, we're being quite selfish, because if we can't look after ourselves, we can't look after our family properly because we're not in the right headspace. And so that for me has been the most rewarding thing of all. And we want you to understand that this team is a highly ambitious team. We have great goals and vision. We're already highly successful in kind of our path. But for us, this is about the bigger picture. So for me, this is about providing a future of freedom for my son so that he can do what he wants. He doesn't feel like he has restriction, because this business, not even the sky is the limit. If you want to have that holiday home, you want to send your child to a really great public school, that is an option, or a private school for you guys in the States. But we are so passionate about it, and I think that's the other thing. We want you to understand that there is huge potential in this business, and there's a huge potential to earn. But if you don't understand what your why is, and you don't know why you think you could really make a difference, and you're not passionate about fitness, this isn't going to be the kind of the path for you. And I don't want to sound blunt, but
and I do just want to say too, spinballing off of you talking about how big this can be, like I didn't even realize what I wanted in life, and I didn't even think it was possible until I started doing this. And I really see the potential of where this team can lead me in my life. And I didn't even know the things I wanted. And like you saying, having a vacation home, like I finally got to sit down and really ask myself, like, what are the things you really want in life? Because now it's realistic to me. And that is like a huge thing in my life. Like the fact that I now have visions of these huge things I want in life. And even I didn't realize that a big part of why I want to do this is because I don't have kids yet, but I do want to. And to me, like, this is going to make it possible for me to have that family life and feel like I can spend time with my family and still be providing for them. So I just wanted to add that too.
Yeah. And I think, that's the thing. Claire and I are looking for people who really have, if you don't know, or you've not even thought about it. I mean, I was in that 10-year property career, and I don't think I'd want to stop to even think about what I want from life and why, and what it would mean to me if I don't have that. And so we want you to think about that. And certainly when we go through this process, obviously there's a lot of you girls in here, competition is quite high, and we are looking for those girls who really understand that. So perhaps have a think about it and send us an email, like if you want to kind of just tell us where you are and why it would be so important to you. But we are so excited to have you in here. It's been amazing, the energy in the group, and that is such a huge part of being in part of our team. We have fun, but we have a lot of energy, but we have a lot of drive as well, and we work hard. So we're so excited to talk to you a little bit more and go into more details about how that coaching business works tomorrow. But the most important thing is the why. and the how. And so that's why we've covered it off first of all.
Yeah, and so tomorrow when we come on here, we'll be giving a lot more detail about exactly what this is and how you guys can get started with it and things like that. So all the questions you guys might have, they will get answered in the video tomorrow. And if we don't answer them, we'll be opening up a Q&A at the end of that video so that you guys can ask any questions you might still have. So I think that's it for us today, but tomorrow we will be giving you guys all those details. And
thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you guys.
Bye.